wife regrets following inspiring advice to open the marriage. I continued to cry. He calmly stated he was going to sleep because he had an early meeting and needed rest. I spent most of the night in tears, eventually falling asleep on the couch. When I woke up, James had already left. He left me a message. Don't wait up. I tried calling him, but he didn't answer. I sent texts and left voicemails, but he never replied. I felt sick. I felt like I was going crazy thinking that I might have destroyed our marriage. There were no deliveries at the office that day, so I didn't see Jaden, but at 4:30 p.m. I called him and asked if we could meet in the evening. He agreed, noting that I sounded upset. I confirmed that I was and said I would explain when I arrived. We met, and I said I wanted to end our relationship, admitting it was a big mistake because I love my husband and want to be only with him. I explained the situation, and he understood. The only thing he asked for was one more encounter, after which he would never communicate with me again, except for work matters. I agreed, and we had very brief sexual intercourse. After that, he said, "That was terrible. You just laid there like a log." I apologized, admitting that this whole situation was a big mistake, and it wasn't his fault. I got dressed, hugged him one last time, and left. Before I left, Jaden said, "I will never understand women like you." I asked what he meant, but he just replied with a look of utter contempt on his face. Nothing, no comment. I left quickly, crying all the way home. How could I be so stupid? I destroyed my marriage for what? I thought I was the stupidest person in the world and felt dirty again. James returned home only at 1 a.m. I felt sick from the realization that I had destroyed my life with my own hands. On Friday, James did the same thing, left before I woke up and sent a message. Don't wait up. This distance and coldness were tearing my soul apart. I loved spending time with him in the morning, evening, and on weekends so much. Cooking for him, cuddling, walking after dinner, talking about nonsense. All of that was gone, and I missed it terribly. I texted James that I wanted to talk to him tomorrow morning, and he replied, "Okay, but only at the very beginning, as I am leaving for the whole day." I asked where he was going, but he didn't answer. He came home at 1:30 a.m. I said nothing, just lay in bed and cried. He took a shower again and went straight to sleep. I got up early to wait for James to get up. He walked into the kitchen at 7 a.m. and poured himself some orange juice. The atmosphere was very cold and detached. He wouldn't look at me and just sat at the table, buried in his phone. I got up, went over, and sat on his lap saying, "Look at me." He looked away, but I repeated, "Look at me," and gently took his face, looking into his brown eyes. I told him I loved him with all my heart, that I made a bad decision. I didn't make a mistake. I specifically made a bad decision. I said I was sorry, and I would do anything to earn back his trust and love. He didn't answer, just looked at me like I was crazy. I asked him if he loved me, and he said nothing. I said, "James, please answer me." He replied, "I don't know." I burst into tears and said, "I can fix everything." He replied, "I don't think you can." Then I called him a bastard and said, "You planned all this. You set me up to get a divorce, didn't you?" He said that wasn't true, but admitted that as soon as I mentioned an open marriage, he realized our marriage was like